Good evening, guys. I'm happy to connect with you on yet another AMA session. It has again been a great week, though there's been a little bit of correction, but nevertheless, the market still looks very, very good, guys. And what's better than having a good market to discuss about? So, let's dive deeper. Let's try to understand what had happened in the last week. The market is still holding, the market is still looking good. So let's dive deeper into what's happening, what could happen in the coming weeks, what are all key points and events to note. Let us also talk about that. So before I do that, let me wait for some more time. Let me wait for a few more people to jump in. And as they jump in, let us start our discussion very, very, very soon, guys. So I'm excited. It has been a great week. It has been a week with little corrections, but nothing that the market should be largely worried about. Bitcoin is still holding up 102,000, which is still good news. It reached top of 107,000, which is in the past few months, considering that it is an all-time high, but still it has not broken its all-time high of 109,000. But having said that, the market is looking very, very positive, though there have been corrections. For example, Ethereum got into a correction of 6%. Bitcoin has also done, correction of from 107,000. It corrected by 2 to 3%, but still the values are holding up, and we are seeing a lot of interest in prices above 110,000, in the futures market, guys. But that is something which is very, very interesting. So let us dive deeper to understand how the prices are going to look. Before that, let's wait for a few more people to join in. Hi, Gautam. Good to see you here. Hi, Rajan. Good to see you. It's you're a frequent visitor, and hey, yes, Rajan. So Rajan has come out of this first question as the altcoin season started. Rajan, I'll put it this way: everything seems to be set in place for the altcoin season to begin. Uh, if the larger tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, which is also looking pretty decent at this point in time, and a couple of other large caps, if they hold tight for few more weeks, I think we are looking at a good all season that is beginning. So usually, let's just take a look into, when does an all season begin? An all season begins when there is a large investment that gets into the large caps, especially Bitcoin, and then the new adopters, people who got into the ecosystem, that they start exploring other tokens to look at. So when will these new adopters or new adoptions starts looking into other tokens? When they've made enough and more investments into Bitcoin, and then they feel that now they want to explore other tokens as well. Now, such an event will happen when Bitcoin gives them the comfort that there is not going to be huge corrections that are going to be happening. Now it touched 107,000, but it corrected 104, but it's not been a very bad correction per se. In percentage terms, it's just 2 to 3% of corrections that we are looking at, right? So yes, we will have to have few more weeks of a solid run in these large coins or the large caps of this ecosystem. If that sticks, I'm not just few more weeks, guys. If a week more gets into Bitcoin being stable, I think we will start seeing a good beginning of altcoin season that will begin very, very soon. Motorshot Vlog. Hi, Motorshot Vlog. Thanks for joining in. Aaron, can we expect hyperliquid like type of trading dashboard on Giottus? Interesting, Aaron. Yes, definitely hyperliquid is making a lot of noise. It is definitely doing a lot of great job. We'll definitely see what all good features that we can take from them, and yeah, we'll be happy to implement it to Geotus. Definitely, the UI and the dashboards of Hyperliquid has been very, very good, and they seem to have got the pulse of customers, right? So we'll definitely have a look into it, and we'll try to get in the best features from Hyperliquid into Giottus. Thanks for pointing that out, Aaron. Hi, Chidambaram Chida. Good to see you here. Good time to be buy BTC. Are the institutional buying happening now? It looks like. Thanks for taking that, pointing that question up, Multiply 3R. It looks like there's an accumulation that is happening. That is why, even though there was a correction, the correction did not take BTC below, $100,000. It was very well arrested, and it is trending more than 102,000. It is especially because of a lot of institutional interest that has come in both through ETF ways, and we are also looking at people who are investing through organizations, be it like MicroStrategy, um, um, and MetaPlanet and things, people like this. There is also investment happening through them. So we are looking at very good investment that is coming in. As a matter of fact, the Tokyo listed investment firm MetaPlanet has purchased another 100,000 plus bitcoins, which is approximately more than $100 million, making its holding more than 7,000 plus BTCs at this point. So we are definitely noticing a lot of interest from the institution that is coming in, that is definitely helping the prices to stick above $100,000. Now, there is also good indicators when we look into the futures market, that there are good open interests which are in 110,000, 115,000, and even $120,000. So, which is a very good indicator, guys, that in the coming few weeks we might have a chance to see BTC visiting a lot of all-time highs. Is my hope, considering what the market trend is, and nothing negative that is there in the market to per se post, except definitely the recent news. If you guys have been following the US Treasury yield, the Treasury yield has the basically 30-year Treasury yield has gone more than 5%, which is not the usual case. Uh, and the rating agency, Moody's, which is the rating agency, which basically gives rating on countries, on institutions, and organizations. It has downgraded US ratings because of the increasing debt that the US is having. Ideally, that is why they had to pay more yield for the 30-year-old treasury bonds. So there is one negative news that is going around, where the outlook of US is not looking great. If you think that, how is that going to impact, it is the general uh, feeling, or the general economic feeling around the globe, that when everything is looking rosy, usually people are not worried. But if uh, such a large country like US, though people know that US has been accumulating a lot of debt, uh, still, a rating agency downgrading US is something that is a bit to be worried about. But having said that, we are definitely noticing US doing a lot of things there. Tariff wars was one of the reason, to increase the income of US to per se tackle their debts. So yes, so that is one news, which is something that we'll have to watch out for. But apart from that, everything else, starting from tariff wars and everything, there seems to be a pause there. Things seem to be rosy out there. And yeah, guess what? Definitely, there is the Trump's gala dinner is also coming up. That is something which is creating some excitement in the market. But there is also this fact that, a lot of people who were, the large hodlers who were earlier listed, they seem to have sold off their assets, the Trump token assets, and they've made money in the process. So the other thing to worry about is in this gala dinner, if there is going to be enough and more noise and enough and more gala that is going to be happening in the event is something that you'll have to watch out for. So those are quick things. I'll deep dive more into things before that. Uh, I'll try to pick in more questions from people. Ravi, any new features coming in Giottus? Yes, Ravi. I think a long-awaited features. It's being tested by a few. We will, in all positive note, we'll be going live with the larger audience, or with at least a few set of more beta players by next month. So futures is something that you'll definitely have to watch out for. We'll be sending out a request form for all those people who are interested in testing our futures, who want to be our beta users. We'll be sending out to you very, very soon. So you'll be our initial set of users who will be getting to taste the product that we launch before everyone else. So don't miss it out. We'll be having a cap on initial set of users. Do watch out for the mail from Giottus. Garudan Resort, good to see you here, Garudan Resort. What's your average BTC buy price, Garudan Resort? It's a very interesting question, Garudan. So I started accumulating BTC from 2016. So you can do your math there. Um, that's the time from which I had accumulated BTC, and I've been a hodler for a longest time now. So yeah, I'm smiling with all the holdings I have, right? So yeah, that's the answer I can give now, Rajan. Sorry, Garden. And Rajan, nice background setup. Looks vibrant. Thanks, Rajan. We're just trying out a lot of stuff. We're just trying to make the AMA look more jazzy and more exciting. Hope we are in the right direction. In doing that. Um Here on, Binance also asking PAN other details like Indian exchange. So it is good to trade Indian exchanges like Giottus. Can you share some of your views, Vikram? You don't know. I think you should please consider gone are the days where you can find an international exchange where things are going to be laxed, where there's not much of due diligence that is going to happen, and gone are the days. Uh, you might not find large exchanges not following good practices, so they will start following good practices. Again, the idea is to keep bad actors away from the ecosystem, not the good players, right? So definitely, Binance will be. I'm hoping that Binance will be taking more steps in ensuring they are much more compliant in their system and process as well. So you could definitely going to find more data and more details that Binance will be requesting so that they're compliant, right? And definitely, since they're part of the Indian compliance framework, the AML and KYC framework, they also have to be sharing the details to agencies. So if you're thinking that international exchanges, your trades will not be known, so you can avoid taxation and all that, I think this is the time to rethink about all that and make sure that you do a compliant trade, pay your taxes properly, and still get a lot of benefits from this ecosystem. Yeah, this ecosystem is not built for generating or reaping profits at the cost of not paying tax, right? So there is much more benefits in this ecosystem, right? So yeah, so that's quickly from my side here on. Things will be getting more and more regulated the way I see it, and the country is also moving towards how to get regulated. So these are all small interventions and processes that happen when the country is marching towards becoming more regulated, which is good for the ecosystem. When the ecosystem is much more regulated, you will find more products, more better clarity in your trades and taxation. So, which is good, right? And it is very, very important that even offshore or international players also follow the rule of the land, right? Which is also very critical. Or else, at the end, if there is a trouble, we we definitely approach our governments, and when the governments have to bring in even something like a consumer protection law, right? The players in the ecosystem should be adhering to the laws of the country, right? So it's a good step. We are moving towards regulation. That is something that we should all be happy about, and these are all bound to happen, right? I don't think for anyone it comes as a surprise that everyone in the ecosystem is asking for your KYCs and asking for due diligence details. It is bound to happen, and it started happening now, um, and we are entering into a much more regulated scenario. Uttam UV XRP future ETF today. Your price prediction. It is XRP is definitely having a great run, Uttam. They've been having a lot of positive news that is coming from their side. As a matter of fact, also, if I remember right, they've with a couple of more players for payments. They've also signed deals, which is again good, right? Because XRP is supposed to be the payment and transfer network, right? Though they targeted banks, they much expanded much more beyond that and providing service to fintech players and others who are entering into the ecosystem. So a lot of things look positive for XRP. They look rosy as well for XRP. So yeah, so I'm I'm on a long term definitely expecting XRP to do good, if not today's prediction or anything, right? So on long term, definitely XRP looks very positive. Master Player 3R, my wife's plan to do SIP thing on crypto. Any chances to do it on Giottus? Yes, Master Player, thanks for taking it up. We do have an SIP feature. You can set your SIPs in Giottus. The only thing is when the SIP time comes, you'll have to transfer the funds or have the funds ready so that you can make the purchase. Uh, it's interesting, right? So in so we have daily, weekly, monthly, SIPs that you can set it in, which is a very good idea in such a market, guys. Um, uh, as a matter of fact, for traders, we thought that we'll also have an hourly SIP when the markets are very volatile. But yes, it's a very good idea, Master Player 3R. For someone who cannot look into the market continuously, entering into the SIP route is an amazing thing to do. I think you should definitely try out the SIP feature in Giottus. If you're facing some issues or you need some help, do reach out to our customer support. They'll be very happy to help you guys out. Garden Resort, I saw some article about Giottus, the best crypto exchange award. Yes, Garden, you're right. Every now and then, we have been receiving accolades uh, for having for serving our customers, and recently also we got an award, which is also heartwarming to see. You're right. I'm happy that you noticed. Um, it was at the Global Financial Market Review, which happened. So in the GFM review, we had won the Best Crypto Exchange Award earlier, even in Business World's BW Summit. We again also were named on the best crypto exchanges in India as well. So we have been continuously, performing well, and I'm happy to see that the larger ecosystem has noticed it and has been kind enough to give us the awards. Yeah, a good time to accumulate virtual and Solana now. I think A is definitely making a comeback. A is definitely creating a lot of noise. If you ask me, uh, the general narratives in the market for the next few months, right? It's definitely the top of the list is AI, right? And virtual is definitely doing really good, right? Especially obviously in the Solana ecosystem, Um, uh, sorry, virtual, especially in the OP chain, has also been doing a lot. On the base chain, has been doing a lot as well. So, A is something that is definitely going to be creating a mark, and a product like virtual, which is definitely creating the base for a lot of a projects to launch, is definitely, I think, will have a good scope. Now, Solana, yes, it's one of the large caps that I'm positive about. If there is a good contender for Ethereum, Solana is the one which has proved to be a good contender. Now, obviously, last year though there were a lot of meme coins and other gaming projects that came in. Solana definitely seems to be a chain that has been able to take a lot of load that has happened in its chain, right? Which is very positive, and it is a good contender for Ethereum. If there is a good contender out there for Ethereum, it has been Solana. So yes, you could definitely have a good outlook, is what I believe, for virtual token and Solana now. So that's quickly on questions. Now, till I get more questions, there are certain very, very interesting things. Now, one of the other trends, since we started talking about AI and all, you definitely know that stable coins is making a lot of noise. As a matter of fact, stable coins being used for payments and cross-border remittance, this is where we are seeing a lot of projects now, or a lot of people working on right at this point in time. So definitely, you are going to find a lot of solutions which are going to come in using stable coins on making payments and cross-border transactions. So, but if it is going to be useful for India, we have to wait and watch, because the laws have to be changed here, or it has to get better here for the same. But globally, definitely it's going to be making a lot of noise, and just like stable coins, this is also tokenizing a real world asset, which is USD. RWA projects are also becoming big, and they're also making a lot of noise. People who were had a chance to make it to Dubai 2049, you'd have definitely noticed a lot of real world asset tokenizations, from starting from land assets to tokenization of traditional finance products. Definitely a lot of things are happening there, and a lot of projects per se, I'm not naming them, but still a lot of projects which are working on the space are definitely getting a lot of attention, guys. So that is a space that you should also be looking at, in case if you're looking at in the next few months what's going to happen in the altcoin space. Now, apart from your layer twos uh, and the A tokens, which are making a lot of noise. Any new coins listing? A lot of new coins pumped every day, every week. How you choose to list them, Ravi? So we definitely are in the forefront of listing tokens in India. Um, if you notice the number of coins that we support, it has crossed 350 plus tokens that we now support, and we continuously keep monitoring what is the general market trend and what are the customers requesting for. So we keep a close tab on uh, what a lot of people are talking about, what is the general hype on, and based on that, even every now and then, we also pick up a lot of suggestions from a Telegram group as well. So, people who are not part of our Telegram group, I sincerely suggest kindly join our Telegram group. There is one other place where we get to hear a lot of your feedback. So we definitely, have polls every now and then. We definitely taken a lot of suggestions, and a lot of suggestions that has come through our Telegram groups or our Twitter channels. We've definitely gone ahead and launched those tokens after definitely due diligence that we do. We don't want to be listing tokens which are just generally pump and dumps, but things which have very good user interest is what we generally look at. So Ravi, yeah, so if you have some suggestions, do let us know. We'll definitely, I'll ask my team to look into it and see if we can list the tokens if we have not already listed it. So that's one thing that is quickly from my side, guys. Now, obviously, now quickly looking at the market again, Bitcoin is up $102,000. It's still looking positive. There is interests which have already accumulated about 102. It looks like 110,000 and 115,000 is also possible if there are no shocks that happen this week. So this week is again going to be very, very interesting and very, very critical, guys. A lot of hodlers, I think you'll definitely be rejoicing. For Ethereum hodlers, especially, I don't think you'll have to largely worry about the 5% correction. The market sentiments look positive, and I think it is just going to be an upward trend from here on with little corrections every now and then. Not a great correction is what I'm looking at. So that is quickly from my side, guys. If you have more questions, I'll be happy to take it. Or I think this week has been largely great. There are a lot of positive things to be looking out for. There's a good amount of accumulation that is happening. A lot of institutional play is also happening. We are seeing institutions are also accumulating a lot of Bitcoin. And a lot of these accumulations have happened at price ranges above 100,000, which is very, 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 very critical. So there is a good support level around $100,000, which is very critical and which is very important for BTC to go beyond its all-time high of 109,000. Is my quick opinion, guys. So that's quickly from my side, guys. Thanks for connecting this week. I'll be again connecting with you next week, same time, 6 p.m., with the hope that the market is going to give us a new all-time high. With that thought, I'll quickly sign off now. Take care, guys. Till I meet you next time, next week, 6 p.m. Every Monday is when I have my AMA. Thanks a lot for coming here and asking your questions. Till I meet you guys next week. Take care. Bye bye.